the red. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's taping. Okay, so guys, a quick sketch. It should be a 2-point perspective overlap. Really, some people call it 4-point, but it's not. 4-point's fisheye. It warps. It doesn't have straight lines. So we have something down here. We started off with this cube down here, cube up here. We do a quick sketch. As you can tell, I did a windmill down here and a rock. And then I put my balloon up there. So, no, you're good. So, set up my painting station. So I'm going to start off, and she's just checking it out. We're going to do the atmosphere because we both have really bad eyesight. So I'm going to do white wash here, put a blue up here to create the atmosphere. So I'm going to start off with a flat brush.
They don't start off with water?
I'm sorry?
Like they paint the whole canvas with water?
Some people do that. I prefer having a dry paper canvas because it makes dries quicker because then I can come back and paint over it because I want to use the technique called wet on wet,
Gotcha.
which Bob Ross uses a lot. But if you notice, Bob Ross in real life, he would have he would have like 5 different canvases at the same time. And when he did the clean on the brush, he would hit the brush, he would flip from one canvas to the next. So right now, I did sketch out how I want my clouds. Everything here close to the horizon line is small from this end, and then the farther away they get bigger. Same thing. That's the goal of the 2-point perspective. So grab some of my white. I put some water down here. And the reason is I want to still see the bottom down here. It's going to get a little bit dirty at first, then I can touch it up again. So I'm going to do this more than once. Okay. And I'm right now using my diagonal one, which I really didn't want to use it for this. I wanted to save it for the good stuff. I do need a flatter one. So there we go. Some more white up here. And it's easier to paint, especially watercolors, if you have it on top of a table. You know, you're looking down on it. Having it on an easel, it's not the greatest. So I pretty much have my white now. I'm going to grab my white, mix it here with my blue. My blue section there. Clean my brush. I'm going to grab an extra couple of flat ones because I'm not happy with the diagonal one. Flat. Maybe this guy. No, that one. So I got the white in here, and I'm going to grab some white, mix it with the blue, create my sky. Now I like to do, my light source is going to come from this direction, so I'm going to probably later on some people just put red. I kind of cheat. I put orange, red, a little bit of yellow, blend those in to do my sunlight where the direction I want it coming from. If you look at the sky, not here in the Antelope Valley, we have a terrible blue sky because of all the pollution from Edwards and Lockheed from the planes. But if you go look at New Orleans, Louisiana, and France especially, they have beautiful violet sky. So I'm going to start with the blue up here. Okay. Don't worry about some more white. So I'm going to keep my atmosphere here like that. And later on we can paint. When it dries, we can do the clouds there too. I'm going to grab more water. Use my dirty towel. These dirty towels are 2 things great for. We can clean stuff like the plates, the tables, but also dry our brushes. They're a useful tool, but like I said. So now I'm going to grab more white, but I'm going to not blend it in with the blue because I want to keep it down here. So if you look, there we go. That's what I wanted.
So gradient.
Yeah, exactly. She got it gradient here. So I might just leave this blank down here. Now bring this guy close to my balloon. If you've been following the news throughout the world and the United States, we've had our balloons flying around. So what's up?
Chinese balloon got shot down.
It got shot down off the coast of South Carolina, yeah. I believe it was South Carolina or North Carolina, guys?
I don't remember.
Anybody? Grab some of that blue here too, blend it in.
Did you blotch instead of doing?
Yeah, you can blush too. Thank you, yeah. My partner here. So yeah, you can blush, make it look like, this is a trick to make tempera and even watercolors look like it's oils. So that's a good technique, yeah. So now I can bring it really close to where my edge of my balloon is. And there we go. So, grab some, again, never, we should do a PBS show now, yeah? Yeah, we should do that. So again, see the blend, guys? Let me bring it closer to you guys what she was talking about, blush. So we're also making it look like a haze. I'm using more white at the bottom. So dip it in here. Also the tempera does dry up, but the best thing about tempera compared to acrylic, you can reactivate it. It's way too blue down here. So keep the blue on top, but it's getting a little bit boring. So I'm going to take a dash of red right now, a dash of yellow and orange, because you just don't want it. Clean that up. So I'm making, if you guys can see that, very little. And I do need my orange so I can transition from the red to the yellow. Okay, look at your color wheel, guys, with the blue. I might just need more blue. Don't want two. Oh, that's way too much. So use my towel to dry it up. Snag some of the white without dirtying it up. Way too much. And then grab some of this light from this source. Now it did get a little bit dirty here. It looks really, now I've got to blend this before it dries too quick. So I'm going to grab this white blue that I have down here and slowly blend in my light. Although I'm having some issues with this. There, so my light's coming from this source. Now it looks really disgusting right now, but we can still touch it up with blue. That's a lot of blue. Okay, so we can fix it. And white blue. There we go. So this one,
It smells like shadow.
I know, because of the blue. So what we're gonna do is grab, I need a drier brush, flatter one. What happened to the brushes I brought over? Oh, there they are. Okay, you wanna go with a dry and scoop it out. There we go. Here's my light source.
Oh, okay, I see.
Here's my light source.
Soaking up the paint.
Exactly. So it's removing the excess sometimes helps you out, but you have the blend for your light. And I'm gonna make it look like.
I see people do that with a napkin.
You can do that with, as she mentioned, you can do it with a napkin too. But I prefer a dry brush because you want to keep that texture of the brush. And bring it down here because this is where our sunlight's going to be hitting the balloon. I've been contemplating, should I do the balloon red or keep it like the ones we saw flying over?
Red, it'll contrast with your blue background.
She read my mind. Yep. You heard her. So she's absolutely right. Although technically the actual balloon was a silver gray. And here we go. So now I'm doing the thermite of my sky down below. That's too blue.
If you did more of a sunset or sunrise, it would have worked.
That's true. I wanted to do like somewhere like, I mean, not yet. That's a sunset.
You can make that
It's
look more purple.
Yeah. So I gotta work this quick. So, and I didn't want to add too much of the yellow in there yet, but I also want to hide some of my drawing lines right now. And bring this in. more here too. So I'm using this to hide my drying lines here. Whoa, that's a lot of blue, but we can still touch it up. Red more white. We're gonna paint it on over it. So don't worry if you paint on the section you're gonna paint red or silver. So blend it in. So I'm gonna let the sky chill. I might make this one much more darker later on. And you can activate tempera too later on in a day or two, but it does after 3 or 4 days. Tempera's gone, it's dried up. Can't reactivate it again. So after 2 days actually. So I'm gonna let it chill. Now let's talk about the windmill. Since I have blue already, and I want to do the rooftop, the cone of the windmill, I'm gonna make it blue. I'm gonna use a diagonal brush. Okay, to darken my blue, I could go purple, or I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna add black to it, and you could add an orange too, which I probably will. But let's do this first. Here it is. Okay, except I'm gonna grab white for my light source. Okay, see that, guys? Not pure blue down here. So what I'm gonna do, this brush is way too thick and white. I might just go with a rigger. Even though riggers are meant for lines, it might just be ideal for this. So I'm gonna grab just a little bit of orange mix it with the blue to do the complementary for the shadow. Then I'm gonna grab some black, way too much in there. Oh, perfect. So I'm gonna do my dark side of the rooftop. Putting way too much there. That's my dark side. Should have got a little flatter one, but I didn't. I have to make this work for me. So now, I need a smaller one. Okay, so again, I need a smaller one. So there's the dark part of my shadow of my. So orange, blue, no black, to the dark side of the cone. And I use white blue for this side. So now I'm gonna put blue and blend it in on this way to give it that cone shape of a, going from the light on this side and darker on that. And that's basically it. I'm going to take a break from it. I might do a second video color watering this or the mountains. I don't know yet. But that's how we do sky. I will leave this sometimes blank down here. Don't let me smear it. I'm going to grab a little flat one. A smaller flat one, guys, so I can blend in the cone rooftop of the windmill. Okay, so grabbing a smaller one, hopefully I can blend this a little bit better. Better safe than sorry. Grab some fresh paint because it does dry up. No, it's not. Still good. Because I want also the sky to reflect on that. That's way too much. So now, also here's the cool thing. If you need to paint upside down too. Flip it up, like I'm doing right now. You guys are painting on the table. I don't have that luxury right now. I'm going to use some of my tools. Crap, okay, that can wait. The reason is the paint's going to dry up. And I'm going to blend it in here to the dark side and then bring it here. There you guys go. And right now I'm like sticking my tongue on the side because it's like a really not much space there. So I'm grabbing more white. So I want to do the light reflection here of the top. There we go. Okay. Do my cone down here, except the bottom of my cone should also be a little bit darker. The reason I'm making it pointy, I want to give some danger to the balloon for abducting that windmill that it could pop at any moment. So that's why I went with that design. Sorry. Even though the Chinese balloons abducting the windmill can retaliate. If you know the story of the frog and the serpent. 237 Navas speaking. Hi, can I help you? Yes. I don't. Because I'm actually doing a demonstration and being videotaped with you while I'm teaching them how to paint. What's his last name? Davison? Yeah, I don't think he's in. Joante with a D? No, he's not in. Okay, you're welcome. Bye. Okay, so I should put this on PBS. Grabbing the little brush that I just misplaced. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. So now I have my light source right here. Oh, and then she's right. Now I should have grabbed some tissue, although I used my fingers. So I want it to look like a needle. Now I'm going to grab, yeah, you're right. But I'm going to grab some of this orange too. Without her, she's actually reading my thoughts, but helping me out big time. I'm going to grab some of this orange here, mix it down here with so I'm not even using black. I'm just using the complementary across the color wheel. Orange and blue are complementaries. And I'm going to do the shadow portion of the bottom of the cone down here. Although I should be using the rigger instead, the one that makes us do lines. Grab some of that. I wouldn't even take some more orange, even though I'm going to dirty it, then clean it up after I'm done. I do test it out here, see if I can do a good line. Okay, good. So now I can do the line bottom of my cone. It's like an ice cream. Jesus, why did I drink coffee today, which I shouldn't have? Doctor's orders, I shouldn't be drinking it. Grab some dirty white here to gray it out. So my light source is going to be more stronger on this side. There we go. So if you guys can come up see what I did, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. The old-fashioned, this is what I did. You guys see that? So I basically added orange and blue here, white and blue here. Use a flat brush, the only diagonal we have to do the cone shape. Then use the orange and blue to do the shadow up here with a rigger brush, not a flat ones. And that's it. For the sky, I basically did my light source. I did white and blue here. And then I put more white, but then I let just blend in with the white of the paper. If I need to cover it up or erase, I will do that too. But more than likely, I'll probably put clouds down here and up here. For the light source, I mix a little bit of yellow. You cannot see it, but you have to look up the light source right here. There's a little bit of yellow and orange here with a little bit of red. But I did it very lightly, then I scraped it off, and then I added more white blue. And that's basically it, guys. That's how we do sky. Mountains, I'll probably do mountains on the next step. I probably will add, for mountains, I will use brown. Definitely make it purple, that's red and blue. But for the light side of the mountain, I'm going to use brown, orange, and yellow. And of course, mix white into the yellow, so that's where the light is hitting this one side of the house. And that's basically it, guys. Thank you. So